Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to beat the boss Gehrman the First Hunter in Bloodborne. Now this is a pretty fun fight, but I found it to be extremely difficult. I had like 20 to 30 attempts until I figured this little trick out here. You can get him to go into the wall there, and when he's in that wall, he'll keep jumping backwards into it, allowing you to get a lot of attacks in. Now he'll still do his attacks where he deals a crazy amount of damage to you, but what worked best for me was to just keep him there as much as possible so that you could get some cheap hits in. Another strategy I tried working with for a while was the parry. He can be really easily parried, but I found this nice jump back method worked really well because two of his attacks can take down your health bar all the way, but if you're able to get him stuck in here, you can really do a number on him. So I found it worked best to try and force him to stay in that area there, and if you can get any parries off, do so, but they're not the easiest thing in the world to accomplish, so be mindful of that. Now, the way to sneak him into the corner here is to just stand in the corner. I needed to heal because he was about to take me out there, but when you come back around, he'll be stuck in the corner because he jumps towards it, and then his normal way of getting away from you is jumping backwards. I got another really clutch dodge there. This guy has some of the most brutal attacks in this game. I found this was the only wall that I had in Bloodborne. Most bosses I could get in my first, second, or maybe third attempt, but this one, it took 20 to 30. It was driving me insane. I was trying everything. I was trying to find any locations I could get him to stick towards, but I found that with this corner here, that was the best that I could get. Now, he's now in his second phase. Once he gets below a third of his health, he'll start to bring out that sword, and he starts to shoot you again. And the worst part of the shot is you can't block it, and it'll stagger your character. So you want to avoid those if at all possible, and try to get him into this corner here where you can kind of stun lock him with your weapon. Now, another way you can stun lock him is if you're using the saw cleaver like I am here, you can do an the right bumper, left bumper, left bumper, where you do the attack, transformed attack, transformed attack. I found I was able to get him in kind of a loop with that over my attempts, but really the best way to work it out on this boss was to try and stagger him into this wall here where he jumps backwards, and he'll do this attack here where he attacks, and that's how you know you're in the third phase, where it gets a little bit more aggressive, and he'll switch between the scythe attack and the sword attack. I prefer when he attacks with the scythe. I think it's a little bit easier to read and easier to stagger. I found that I wasn't able to stagger him as easily in that second phase there. There are some people that say online that he can be staggered. Now this attack when he jumps up in the air, you just want to dodge because he's going to attack not seemingly where you think he would attack. So with this, it's best to just kind of jump around and avoid him. This attack here, you can get a couple of charged ones in. I was playing it a little safe. That area of effect is massive, so just watch yourself with that. It's not good to get hit with it because it can deal quite a bit of damage. Now, the best strategy again is just sticking to this corner, getting him to jump into it. Using parries when you can. I did not do a great job. I wanted to attempt this again, but I was just getting sick of this boss. He was really grinding my gears. It took me hours on hours to get him down, but finally I was able to do it in this video, so I just wanted to document and show you guys how you can do it too, because he is a serious pain in the butt, and the damage he deals is just way too high, I find. So this is my strategy for taking down Gehrman, and I think it worked pretty well. Just really focus on keeping him against the wall and just rolling backwards when you need to. Try to stagger if you can. He's pretty open to staggers, especially when he's using the scythe. It's a little bit harder with the sword, but what works best is whenever he reaches the scythe up into the air, that if you just jump to the back and shoot your gun at him, it might make it a little bit easier. Now, you can dodge that shot that he does there. It's a little bit challenging, but I was able to pull it off. I was playing a little bit more risky here. I thought this is roughly where I was getting him to every single time. I finally fully upgraded the saw cleaver. I was using a +7 saw cleaver against him, and that was just really not doing it, so I had to go upgrade it because the damage, if you're using any type of sword, you probably want to use it at its full extent. You can get a bloodstone near the brain that causes frenzy in that, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but if you get that bloodstone, you're able to upgrade your weapon to +10, and the damage it makes this fight a lot easier. I only had 5 vials left, and he had about a small chunk of his health. I figured I had it in the bag here, so I play a little bit more aggressive. But that is Gehrman the First Hunter in Bloodborne. Very sad story, but we saved him from being stuck here eternally. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.